Hello my lovelies, welcome back to a brand new video. I'm going to be washing up and I thought we could have a chat. So I'm going to get myself set up ready to go and we can chat. I will be back when the washing up bowl is full because it's pretty noisy and I doubt you'll want noise. Hello, I'm back. It gets quite noisy with the tank up in the loft as well, and I thought you wouldn't want to hear that. I've cleared the training board from last time, so all that's dried, put away. Well, it dried overnight, so it was just put away. Anyway, so a lot of you had been asking me all about my Sims. Now, I don't know when I'm going to be able to upload another Sims video. I'm wanting to do a series with Elton. There are things that I have done with him just so that his save can stay, because sometimes I lose them if I'm playing with all my other characters and I accidentally save over them. So I need to save him. So I've done a few bits. Nothing too massive that you guys will, miss out on. But it's more the fact that I'm still having trouble having my boyfriend log out of his Gmail to log me in to do it. I don't know if there's any other way. So as soon as it starts working, I can upload my other videos. I don't exactly want to pre-record any more videos unless I know they're actually going to be uploaded. So what I am going to do is the rest of the series, instead of being uploaded to YouTube, because obviously I can't at the moment, which does annoy me, but for now, what I may have to do is actually start a Twitch account and continue his series on there. I don't know if you guys will actually be up for doing that, down for that, I don't know. But if you guys actually want me to continue the series on Twitch, then please let me know, because I'm down for that if you guys are. But if you'd rather wait for them to come on YouTube, if they ever do, then that's fine. But I need to warn you now that if I can't upload anymore due to any other problems, then that was a very quick series. I have moved him to a new world that my boyfriend recently treated me to, which is a world I've always wanted. I'm not going to say what it is, because if it does work, you just find out later on in the series, because I pre-recorded quite a few videos in the world that I first had him in. And not only did I want to move him to a new world anyway, because I was just bored of that one, I want to learn and find out more about the new world that he's in. And I've done quite a few things already, but there's so much more of the world that I'm yet to get done. So he's got the same job at the moment. I'm not sure if I really want to give him a new job, because he's doing really well currently and I really wouldn't want to mess it up. But if there's a job that's better suited to the world that he's in, then I may change it. But I don't know. He's only just moved there and, new to the area, getting used to it, getting used to the people in that world. But anyway, he had struggled to get another woman pregnant, and he got the first girl he got pregnant, she had their child, toddler, and when I wasn't on the game, I left it where they were free to just kind of do their own thing, just to see what would happen, and he got her pregnant again, and that's not I want it to be different women, not the same. So if you see he's got a child that is a sibling of the other one, you'll know why. Which has kind of annoyed me because it's not. So I turned the free play or whatever it's called, I turned it off, and I'm just like, yeah, I can't leave them to do their own thing. Not if it's, that's not really the challenge. The challenge has been to get 100 women pregnant, not 99. So, I just think that we just need to forget about Sims for a while, and it will come back one day. I don't know when. We'll try today. I said to him, I was like, look, can we try later? We're both looking at me like, what's going on then? Why it won't let him log out? It's never, normally, it's forget the password, won't let you in, but to not let you out, kind of a bit weird, but no, we'll try again. He's got some games that he's just either finished downloading or nearly done downloading. I don't really want to mess that up for him because he takes a lot of pride in his games, and when you're a fellow gamer yourself, you kind of learn to respect that. I mean, he would respect it if I was downloading something for myself, if I wanted it, or whatever. So, that's really just the first part of this conversation over. I actually really wanted to talk to you more about the virus, just because it's something that people have asked me to do a part 2, and it was highly requested on my DMs on Instagram, and I just thought, you know what, I think I will. If you got 5,000 subscribers or more, YouTube does shut it down and be like, no one wants to talk about it. But I just think, but we have a voice. We shouldn't be, and I'm not afraid to use it. Why we can't talk about it publicly and say our views on it, I don't actually know. But I've done it. It's been posted a good few weeks ago, actually. But I've been told to do a part 2, and I don't really think. I thought part 1 was enough of information, enough to talk about, but people were saying that I could definitely say a lot more than what I did. Some argued it wasn't long enough. I thought it was, but no, you want more. So, I will tell you a little story that I read online, and that's fallen. Okay. I'll pick it up afterwards. It's fun. So, I read online about this woman. She had been to a supermarket, and she had got her shopping. It was a really hot summer's day, but she waited 2 hours for her bus that in the end was stuck in a queue, because there was a queue for another bigger supermarket, but it was stuck, and that's what she got told when she phoned the bus company. They tracked where the bus was, and however which way they do it, and that's how they told her that it's stuck in this queue and it can't get out yet. So she just thought to herself, what am I going to do? And she saw a bench further down and thought, I'll go and sit on it. I'll call my children. She's elderly lady. She said, I'll call my son or daughter to come and pick me up. I'm sure, they'd be able to do it. But her daughter couldn't do it because she was food shopping herself, but she went further afield, and she was getting for her neighbours and had to help a neighbour out due to her not being very capable of doing certain things at the moment, because she's genuinely not well, her daughter's neighbour. Anyway, So she called her son and explained her situation again and said, look, are you able to come and get me? And he said, you're going to have to give me 20 minutes because I need to get ready and get over to you, and there's a bit of traffic, so it could be a bit longer. And she said, we'll try not to be too long, can't be out for too long. And she's elderly herself and she was tired and just wanted to get home and relax and, you know, the usual stuff. So she waited, and then the police came over and she thought, well, they're not here for me, I'm just sat here waiting for my son. But they were. They turned up and they said, how long you've been there, madam? She said, well, over 2 hours actually. And before giving her a chance to explain why, they just said, so you've been sunbathing for 2 hours, we need to arrest you. And she said, can I explain? And they said, you can at the police station. And I just think, I love the police. I genuinely think they do the best job that they could do. And then, like the NHS, they still put themselves at risk, you know, and I just, the same with the fire department, they put themselves at risk all the time as well, because they're all on the front line, you know. When there's an emergency going on, all of them are called and need to know their first aid and everything else, because they never know what they're going to face, and if an ambulance can't get there, the other emergency services need to know what they're doing. Because if they can save a life, that's incredible. Anyway, that's not the point of this. But they're normally really good, and they normally say, how come you've been here for 2 hours? Normally, they would stand there, they would question you, but straight away it was, you're being arrested, you can explain at the station. She said, no, you don't understand, my son, he's on his way. He will help me clear it up, please. He said, he's not on his way. You're just, you know, you're lying now. And they didn't believe her. And I just think, shame on you. You know, so they took her down to the station, you know, and they said, look, why were you there for 2 hours? She said, my bus didn't turn up, but I phoned the bus company to check where it was. They explained that it was stuck in a queue with other cars waiting to go to another supermarket. So I rang my kids to see if they could pick me up. My daughter couldn't, but my son could, and he was literally told me that it'd be about 20 minutes, a bit longer because the traffic's bad, but he will be over. And they said, we're not sure we believe you. She said, look, this is my shopping trolley. She said, it's got all my food shopping in it. And she said, my ice cream would have melted by now. He said, ice cream? Oh dear. So where's your son? On his way to the location. And he said, do you have his number? She said, yes, I do. They said, we need to call it, madam. She said, can you use my phone if it's, you know, one of yours and he doesn't know the number, he won't answer. Which is, I think most people feel like that. So the police called her son and said, and she said, Mum, I'm on my way. You need to hold on. Okay, I've had to stop the car to answer this. Is everything all right? And then the police officer explained who he was, his name, and why they had her in there. And he went straight to the police station, saw his mum, you know, he helped clear her name, and the police apologised, and, you know, her son was able to take her home with her shopping. The police felt awful for wasting time. But I just think, if you are one of those that's genuinely going out there and sunbathing and, you know, doing all that, and you're in large groups, the police they will do something about it. But if you're genuinely not, and you're honestly waiting for someone to pick you up, but you've been there longer than you're supposed to, you know, don't be afraid, just explain yourself and, you know, it'll be sorted. You know, I just think at the end of the day, she tried to explain herself, but they had to have her at the station to do it. Why? She couldn't do it there and then and just wait for her son to get her. I don't actually know, but I just think the police are amazing. But when they jump to the gun a bit like that and they assume that you're doing something when you're not, that's not, I don't like that. But I just think you're supposed to be a professional. No professional policeman I've ever known would jump the gun like that. They would question you there and then. Why are you doing such and such? How long it... Do you know what I mean? But anyway, I don't get some people. I wanted to empty the water, and that's quite noisy as well. So I went, but I'm back. I just think when people jump the gun and assume this and that, it doesn't always pay you to do that. And a lot of people, I'm changing the subject, there's now a lot of people saying, oh, we're going to be stuck in lockdown till after Christmas. I just think, I'm not sure it will last that long. Yes, Wednesday gone, there's been more deaths, which is so sad. I really feel for the loved ones, the families, the close friends, everyone, okay? I feel for them. I do. I don't know what it's like. I've not lost anyone due to the virus. And I really pray to God that I don't, because I wouldn't know what to do with myself if anyone I knew died of it. I was really scared at the beginning that it could have got me, and I'm very thankful that it hasn't. I did have a really bad cold at the beginning, and I was quite not scared, but thinking, what if it does turn into something else? You know, I just think also that this virus has been around and been looked into for so many years. You know, there's been a few deaths and people panic. There's been more deaths every year with a common cold that can't be cured. Yeah, they're managing to really try their best to find something to really defeat this. But a common cold, it just can't be defeated. And more people have died with it. You don't see, when someone gets hit by a car, you don't see people panicking and avoiding roads forever, do you? Like, I know this is a really tragic thing, and I'm not saying it's not tragic, other things are worse. I'm just saying this panicking is, I get the panic, I get it. I'm not really panicking myself. I did at the beginning, the first few weeks of hearing that people were dying, but now I know that I'm still okay. There's no time to panic. The time needs to be better spent helping those that need the help, staying home at the times we're told to stay home. You know, I still think Boris is doing the best that he can do. Yes, people were confused by his last speech that he did last Sunday. I'm a little bit confused, but, you know, I just be really glad to hear when he says, this is all over, you can go back to as it was. But when he finally does do that part, I still think people might still be too scared to go out. People still might panic by a little bit because they're probably scared that it's going to come back. I think we're all a little bit it might come back. And if it does, we've been here, done it before, we're prepared, we know what to do now. Okay? I don't want it to come back. I don't think it will. But at the beginning I thought, what if it comes back and gets more people? It did cross my mind. I'm not going to lie to you. It crossed my mind. But I also think, like I'm saying, we know what to do now. We are prepared. But I just want to prepare to just get this over with. This has literally been like the worst year for, I could say, most of us. Probably all of us. This year to start with, fires, a bit of flooding, and now this virus. I just think what's going to come next to really put the icing on the cake. Well, cakes are nice and this is not nice. But what is going to finish this year with something else that's bad? I don't know. I just think... I'm now thinking we've had all this go on with a bit of flooding and the really bad fires. What are we going to... It just makes me think something else bad must happen after this. Like, this is the 1 year that's going to go down in history for good and bad. For the bad, obviously, that we know about, but for the good that people have done to be helpful to other people, the amazing thing that we do for the NHS. This is the thing on a Thursday, 8 o'clock. When it comes to the clapping, NHS are not the only people that I clap for. I also clap for the fire brigade and the police because they're still risking their lives as well. And key workers and, nurses and carers that go into people's houses and look after them when they can't look after themselves anymore. It's clapping for them as well because they're just as putting themselves at risk as everyone else. And I hate it when people say, you're just a carer, that's nothing. That still is absolutely massive. Just massive. Anyway, that is my part 2 really. There's not a lot more to say. I didn't really know what to put in my part 2. I didn't know I was going to do a part 2, but here I am. Anyway, yeah, I look a mess. I literally thought, I've just got up, let's just go straight into part 2. And sometimes it's good to not always be dressed up and look fabulous, because sometimes people want to see who you really are, what you actually look like. And I'm in lockdown. I haven't dressed up in ages, apart from I put earrings in yesterday, and that was it. That's as exciting as that day got. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!